Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Deepak Patil, and in today's session we are going to learn about the migration, learn about the database and Doctrine. So, Doctrine is a package that we use to deal with the database. So it's basically a ORM package, and everything whatever we create is the entity and repository. And using entity manager, we update the data, add, update, delete, get data from the database. So let's continue with this. First of all, to deal with the doctrine, we have to make sure these two packages exist. This package is for the ORM, and this package is the maker bundle that we already use lots of time. But if your project is not it, then add that package using this command. Composer require is only for dev environment, so just composer require dev symphony maker. So we can create the entities using the maker command. Okay. So next is a connection string. So we have an environment file in our project .env file. So this file here we can add the connection string. Okay, so this is the database URL variable that we have to create. So this is the connection string for SQLite, MySQL, Postgre. So as we are using the MySQL database, my database name created is example, my user is a root, and my password is a 123. So if we see the database, so we have a database over here. Okay, so there is only block table that last time we created. So this is how we can connect the database into the project. So this is the database string. So just put this and replace your username, password, and the database name. Okay, so to learn about the doctrine, there is an entity. That entity can so when we create the entity, there is a related database table created into the database, and when we add any field, that is related column added into the database. So I just I just do homework with the some three entities. So let's continue this video with the sample project. So this is some small project that we will going to do is, so we have a category, ticket, and comment. So it's a rubber ticket related entity that I have choose. So let's continue with that. So first of all, to create the entity, we have to use the maker command, bin console make entity. Okay, so we are going to create the first entity, and entity name will be the category. Okay, so let's put some field into it. Yes, so okay, yes, so this is the name of the field that I have used here. Then yes, this is wrong. Just define the lane. So default value is 255. I keep default, and we want to it that nullable or not, so I keep yes. So that field should be nullable. So when I add extra enter, it will be create the related classes in the project. So this is the category entity that we created here, and this is the category repository. So let's check the structure of the entity. Namespace we have an app entity, so all entity should be in the app entity namespace. Okay, this is the packages that we require, we import that here. Then this is the ORM entry. So this is the repository class that is related to this entry, and we mention over here. Okay, then these are the some ORM related entity related attributes. This is the column attribute, this is the ID attribute. It will be automatic generate the ID value, and it's a column. Okay, so this is also column, and we make it nullable because of that its default value is null. Okay, and it's a getter and setter. So it is very simple. It is very simple to create the entity. Now let's create the all other entities. So I just keep that here, something like that. So make entity. If I put the entity name here, so automatically it will be create the entity, and we can create the property into it. Okay, so it's ID that is already created, code that should be string. Okay, let's keep that default lane is 255. Yes, I want to make it nullable equal to true. Then we have a category. Now this category is not a normal field, it's a reference of the another field, it's a foreign key. So we should create that as a relation, and then it asks which entity that related to and what is the relation. So it's a many to one, and it should be allowed to be null. Yes, and do you want to get category or key? So it might be happen that I have a 5 category and 1000 tickets created under that category, so it's not feasible. So I just keep that as a no. Okay, so another category, another field that asking is subject. Okay, this will be string 255 as a default character limit length, and then it should be nullable. I keep that as a status. Status should be as a small integer. A small integer is something like that 1 2 3 4. This value we will use for the then created at. Okay, created at, this should be date time. Okay, and do you want at nullable? Yes. Okay, so I am not added the updated at. We will check that why I am not added. So first of all, let's create the next entity. Okay, comment, then it should be no, then type. Yes, I want to create that as a small integer. Okay, so then ticket, so this is not the normal field, it is related to the ticket entity, and many to one relation should be there. Okay, then note field should be a wait, is this ticket properly allowed to be nullable? Yes. Ticket dot get comment, yes. Yes. Object orphan, yes. Okay, so okay, note. Okay, so created at date time, yes, that's it. Let's verify that and comment. Ticket should be null. Okay, nullable equal to false, so I want that nullable equal to true, because it might be happen that okay, no, that should not null because okay, so we have this comment object. Now to create actual table in the database, we have two way, either create the migration or to update the schema. So let's create the migration. So we have a maker bundle for that. Make migration. Okay, so it's created. So it's automatically detect the is database changes and create the migration script, something like that. And when we run the migration, that will be create the actual database table. So let's do that. Oh, I did copy wrong. So I just copy this command and paste over here. Yes, I want to create it. Okay, so if we refresh the database, then we can see all database table is created: category, ticket, and comment. Now do you remember that we are not added the updated at field in the it? So let's edit that and add that. Okay, so make entity ticket, and then I have to add updated at, it should be date time. Yes, it should be null. So if we check that, if we see here, new field is added, the ticket entity. Okay, it's a updated at, but that is not added in the database. If we see here, see, there is no any, okay, there is no any updated at column. So this time I am not going to use the migration, this time I am going to use the update schema. Okay, so let's run this command, php bin console doctrine schema update. So this is a command, and then when we enter this command, we can see that see updated. So we can update the actual table and column in the database using these two methods, by creating the migration and then execute the migration, and by updating the schema. Now as we have all the category, ticket, and comment, all three entity created, let's check how we can add the data into the database. So let's create the function here in the repository, category repository, to create the category in the database. Okay, category, so this function will be return the category object. Okay, category oh Gary. Okay, let's return this. Then what will be happen? So we have to get the entity manager from the get entity manager helper class. So this will be return the entity manager service like that. Okay, so we will persist the category object. So this will be something like that. When this category is already exist, then that will be added into the database. If not, then that will be just update if already exist. Okay, so okay, let me first add and then explain what is this. Okay, so I just create new one more variable. So if we provide flush, then and only then it will be flush the record and created the add data into the or update data into the database. So let's finish this function. This function add or update category in DB. So this is very smart. Okay, so to test this, let's create the controller. Okay, so how we can create the controller? Bin console make controller, and then controller name will be category. Let's do it, and it's created. So if we refresh the project, you can see that a category controller created and category twig also created. So let's category list, category controller. Okay, so I'm going to create the new route to add the new category in the database. Okay, category add. So let's define it. So after adding new category, it should be redirect to the category list page. Okay, so what is in my mind? So when this route trigger, new some random category should be added into the database. So let's create the category object. Okay, let's assign some value, category of set name. Okay, so category underscore or dash, and we can generate some random value from 10 to 99. Okay, and create it. Okay, now we have to add the inject the category service. So okay, before that we have a config file, service config file, where we have a configuration. All the package or all the resources that exist in the SRC will be considered as a services. Exclude this, so there is no any repository related package excluded from the services. So by default, repository are the services. So we can inject that as a same way that how we can inject the custom service or predefined service. Okay, so let's add that here, category. So I always would like to use the meaningful variable name. That will be easy then to manage the code. Okay, and then we will do the save, and then obviously I want to flush it right away. Okay, and then we can also add the flash message, add flash success, category added successfully. Okay, and then let's print the category name. Okay, so this is the let's some format the HTML file. Okay, category list. I don't want this here. Yes. Okay, so I want to remember we created the tweak component, okay, flash, to print the flash message, okay. So I want to use that over here, tweak flash, okay, type equal to success. Okay, let's test that. Okay, so we have to little bit edit our component, okay. So success message app flash type is not exist in the empty array. Okay, so let's make some. So if empty, so if it is not empty, then print the. Okay, I just added the validation to our extension, our component that we created with component flash. Okay, so what we did, we created the route to add the new category in the database. That route name should be category slash add. When we hit that route, there should be a random category insert into the database, and we will add the success message into the flash. That should be visible on the page when it redirect back to the category. So let's check that. Okay, so let's keep this page as it is. I'm copy and paste here, add. Okay, okay, success does not exist as array is empty. Okay, then let's resolve that, no problem. If app dot flashes is not empty, and let's run it. Okay, and if we check in the database, so we have category table. See, category 43 is added automatically. Add. Add. So let's check that in the database again. We have a randomly category added, but now we have to check why this flash message is not working. Okay, so let's check that. So for that, I would like to just debug it first. Just debug it like by dumping the parameter. Okay, the category add. Yeah, we have that one array actually, but why it's not printed over here? So there is a success already exist. Okay, the flash is not empty, and app.flash of type is not empty. So what if we use this as print here? Okay, success does not exist as an array. Okay, I know what is wrong with it. Okay. I think this should be enough, and then I know how to deal with it. So first of all, type in for type in flashes. Okay, type dot flashes, and then edit info. Sorry, in this video we have to work on our component. I want to show you how this works. That's it. So type flash list. Okay, and then we will get it from the type flash list success message. and it should be a key as a type. So let's check what we got actually. Flashes, then it's, so it should be key. Okay, let's check. Add. Okay, let's just dump it and then make sure. So we can save time. Then I will correct that. So category added successfully, category 27. Now we want to show the, let's show the list of the category on the category page over here. So for that we have to do same. Okay, just create the function and get the category. So I'm going to get the category list, categories equal to find all. Okay, so this is how, this is I fetch all the category from the database, and then let's print it on over the page that we have. Okay, table, yeah. So let's do some table entity thing to print all the category. So that should be ID and name. That's it. Name. Okay, I think that should be th. Th is good for the header. Okay, so th. Now let's print the all the category here. Okay, if what we create the variable categories. Okay, if categories is not empty, this is how I always do to avoid any unexpected error. Okay, so let's loop it for category in categories. Okay, and then in that loop and for, and in the tr let's print what we have in the category object. Now we can print that category dot id and category dot name. Okay, let's check that. Wow, that should be end if, because we use the if method. Okay, category, sometime my keyboard, I'm going to purchase new keyboard. Okay, so we have a category. So each time when we add new, it will be added the new over here. Okay, see? So this is how we can add the data into the database. This is how we can fetch all the data from the database. Okay, this is how we can fetch the data from the database. Now suppose you want to add or you want to edit any category, and let's do that. Okay, so category id1. So if I put any id, let's edit that. So previous value and new value, it will be something like that. Okay, so let's do that. Edit. So to edit category, we have to first fetch it from the database. Okay, so category equal to dollar category repository of find. Okay, id. So the id I provide over here, that should be as a slug. Okay, integer dollar id. Okay, so if it is not found in a database, is not category instance of category entity, then it means that we have to send back the error message. Okay, so invalid category provided. So this is how we prevent to unexpected error and this is actually the good practice, so always do that. I always do that. But if it is instance, then I'm going to change its name again. Okay, and I put something like that, changed a value. Okay, and its other thing is updated successfully. Okay, so let's run it. So let's update the any category. Let's update the 8th number. Okay, it's 48. So let's update it. I'm keeping that something like that, and 8th number, so it's changed to something else. So to edit the object, we have to just fetch it. Whatever the changes we have to do, just update the entity by setting the variable. Just save it. Save will be used for the add and update. So this is how we can add the and edit the record from the database. Then how we can remove it. Okay, so let's also add the route to remove it. Okay, so I'm going to make it remove. Keep it very simple. ID remove. Okay, so to remove it, let's create the function public function remove. Actually, let's first of all check if that is exist or not. So fetch, if it is found then okay, if not found then invalid, and then we will remove the category. No, that is not exist, so let's create it. Okay, public function remove. So that should be the category same like this. Okay, return the value, and then we have to create the get the entity manager. Just remove and then category, that's the object we have to remove, entity manager dot flush. Okay, this function remove category from DB. Okay, so let's figure it here. Remove, and then but let's check if this is working or not. Okay, so we have a category 96 is 9. Let's remove it. Okay, so I'm going to remove it. 9 number remove. 9 number is removed. So this is how we can remove. So to add and edit, we have to persist the object by entity method, by entity manager helper method persist, and to delete we have to call the remove method helper method from the entity manager. So this is how we can add and edit the data. Now there are some helper functions already in the repository. Let's create that and let's try to use that. Okay, so so basically I'm going to use queue. Let's add the request from the HTTP foundation. Okay, so I'm going to get some parameter. Okay, query equal to $request of query of get. Okay, queue default is blank. So when I provide some ID, so I want to fetch all the category, but based on the criteria. Okay, so I will find it something like that, find by. Okay, and then criteria will be like that. So ID equal to $q. Okay, and let's return that. Okay, so nothing is written. So if true equal to 1, it return the 1. So this is how we can fetch the records, number of records by matching criteria. Okay, now suppose I want to fetch only single record. Fetch single record by matching criteria. How we can do that? Category equal to category repository of find one by criteria. So I will use same, and in this case it will return the category object. Okay, so category is a object. Let's check that. We will dump it and check it. So let's dump. Okay, so I'm going to dump that variable over here. Okay, done. Okay, we have a category, and if we use this method find by, that will be dumped as a, that will be array. So let's dump that also. Make sure what we have. So this is array and this is the object. So let's check which other methods we have there. Okay, so we have a find that basically use the id field, find all that we already use, criteria, and one by. Now I want to fetch the records. Okay, but by some query builder. So let's make a record. Let's create the function that will be return the record, but with some query by query builder. So public function search category. Okay, search category. So that will be return the array. Okay, and it will be get the query formats. Okay, so I'm going to create the object of query builder equal to this of create query builder. We have to give the alias name category. Okay, so now we have number of method that we have to use to create the query. Okay, so dollar and pair. Let's create the query here. Category dot name like query. Okay, so let's this parameter, get parameter q equal to, I would like to provide value with the percentage, so that will return the all the matching record. Okay, q. Now get query and get result, so that will be return the multiple result. Okay, so this is the simple query I create. This function search categories in DB by matching name pattern. Okay, so let's try to use it, this function in our controller. Category dot search category, and I am passing the q. Okay, now let's use the category keyword. Okay, then I remove. We have to also remove that from here. Let's check that. See, it will be written the all the matching category. So now I just pass the value change, so it will be written the change category. Okay, so if I put this, it will be matching all the category by matching this pattern in the database. So this is how we can create the query using query bundle. So there are complex query that we can do. Then join. Okay, so to express the join, inner join and external join, and count, we have to create the more queries. So let's return the number of records that matches the, okay, category, search category. I just correct the spelling. Now we have to return the category count. Instead of returning the whole object, I want just count. Okay, so select. So I'm going to use the count id, product.id, and we can use one result or okay. So let's use that and check what we will get. Okay, so dollar count equal to search wow search. It's okay if we have a spelling mistake, no problem. Let's print this count on the UI by dumping the variable. Okay, so let's check how many records we have. So I'm just going to dump it over here. Dump the count. Let's check. Error from product is not a defined. Sometime my keyboard is stuck. My key is stuck. Okay, it's category.com. Okay, so we have a syntax. Then query group by expression select list containing the aggregation column. Why am I doing that? Aggregation column. Oh yeah. Why query string violation in a query without group by? But we are making simple function. Count is equal to 8, so we have total 8 records. So if I just change the pattern, so it's written the record. This is how we can use the count. Now to make the to learn about the inner join and left join. Okay, so we have a two table, ticket and category. So let's put some record manually in the database, so we can save lots of time. So category will be 1, code will be TICK -0001, subject is test with Symfony, category status is 1, created is okay, apply event. So ticket category code ticket with status equal to 1, created and equal to now, run date and now updated as the current date. So let's insert this record in the database. Okay, let's check that. Category ID, code, paste, status, now, column. Oh yeah, I know what is the issue. Okay, so let's add new record in the database. and then work on it. Okay, so let's check we have added or not. Yeah, we have 2 records. So now I want to fetch the uh, all the tickets, those are matching with the category. Okay, so create the join table like that. Function, public function, get tickets. Okay, and this will be written the array. So let's create the query builder. So I'm going to copy paste to save our time. Okay, so we need this. Okay, so I want to return all the record for the ticket. Okay, and that matches the category, but inner join on ticket of category. Okay, alias is category by matching the query. Okay, by matching the parameter. So get ticket. So let's get all the ticket that match the category name. So get tickets equal to, we have to use that, use app repository, ticket repository. A simple use the inner join to fetch the records. So let's make it something like that. Ticket category of get tickets, but matching by the category name. So let's check what we got in the result. Okay, so I just going to put it something like that and just dump that variable on the UI. Okay, let's check that. So nothing is there. So I am not sure. Yeah, matches the 2 records. See how it is written the inner join. So if I want to use the left join, it's also use the left join. See, something like that. So what we learn today? So we learn how to create the entity by maker bundle, then how to add the data in the database using the entity manager. Just persist the object and flush it to reflect the changes. Then to edit the database, we use the same method, but this time we have a reference exist over there, we have a category ID over there. Okay, then we use the entity manager remove method to remove the object from the database. Then we use the query builder to create the query. We use the query builder to get the count. Then we use the query builder to create a join query, and then we have a helper functions, all the helper function, like find the object. So we have all the helper method exists. Find method will return the object by ID. Find all, this will return all objects in the database. This will be written the matching array list of the object by matching criteria, and this will be written the single object by matching the criteria. Yeah, we have also count. So these are the some helper function that we use to fetch the data. So if you want more video like that, then subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon, so you will notify when I will upload the new video. And today's homework is just create the add, update, delete and some query on the ticket in repository as well as the comment repository. Okay, thank you.